home, sweet home, baby. Hello, hello, hello. Look at this. Comfortable chair. Oh, heaven be. Oh, there's no scheduled lunches anymore. I don't have to disappear and fucking wander away and do all sorts of other shit. We're here, dude. Yes, your most infamous world's second caster hath returned. I had one thing to say when Liquid took the world first, man. I looked at Medic, because it was me and him who were on the shift, and I said, you're fucking doing it. I am not doing it for the fourth fucking time, bro. I am not doing it. You can announce it. I'm not doing it for the fourth fucking time. This is on you, brother. Wow. This is on you. I'm not doing it again, man. 3 times in a row I've been on cast when Liquid has beat Echo. I'm like, I'm not doing it again, man. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Also, like, you take it. You take it. 120 streak. Fuck you, dickhead. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish. Maybe I am the curse. We've decided, I think, that the SK gaming facility is cursed. Like, the facility is a curse, man. We're out of here. I think Julia's the curse. Ever since we got nice food at the Race to World First. Disaster. Disaster. I blame Julia entirely. She's, yeah, absolutely worse. The kebab is an absolute curse. Like, fuck that. Fuck that. Medic 2. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was a grim night. That was a sad night. They deserved to lose, and they know it. They deserved to lose. They had every chance. They had every chance. Now, I should, before we get into this, I have to give you some context. Because I haven't spoken to the players at all. Because it was fucked at the last day. It was absolutely fucked. At 9 o'clock in the fucking morning, let me mute some TTS for a little while here, so you're not gooning all over me while I explain this. At 9 o'clock in the morning on kill day, we knew it was kill day, right? Absolutely. Well, we'd known it was kill day for 3 days, but then the fight kept going on, right? So for the 3rd day in a row, it's kill day, which is very stressful on everybody, because you're like, you need to fucking dial in now, and that includes the casters. You gotta get ready for what's coming. So at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the gym. And I've kind of got the, there's like a Bluetooth speaker in there. So I've got the race on the speaker, and I'm working out. And in walks my, Grim, who's like the the big brain that's running the show kind of thing. He's doing all the bits and bobs, right? So Grim comes in and he goes, Mike, we need to have that conversation. And I'm like, I know which conversation this is. He says, can you stay longer in case this does not still die today? So I just said, you have my axe. That's all I said. It's like, you have my axe. As much as it fucking kills me that I haven't seen my family now in a long time. And this fucking thing will not die. It just will not die. I was like, you have my axe. I was like, all right, I can stay. And then some people couldn't stay and blah, blah, blah. And I was scheduled to leave at 6 a.m. the following day. I was scheduled to leave at 6 a.m. the following day, right? So he goes, okay, I'm going to rebook the flights, give everybody an extra couple of days. We're going to extend the hotels, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, been there before. Not the first time, right? Did it with Sepulchre back in the day. So not unusual. So the day gets going, but we're all expecting Echo to have killed Lura and won the race 2 p.m. latest, realistically, right? I'm sure. I haven't been able to, I'm going to get into this, but I haven't been able to speak to anybody at Liquid, and I haven't even spoke to anybody at Echo. So, context there. I'm sure when Liquid went to bed that night, they assumed they'd lost. I have to believe that they probably thought, at least a reasonable margin of error, that they'd lost the race. They were exhausted, they were done. They had to go to bed, and I'm so sure, and they should have been correct. They should have been correct. I obviously love the Echo boys, but they should have been correct. That boss should have been dead before Liquid woke up. And so, and it's very hard boss, don't get me wrong, and they do it. So, it's scheduled so that me and Medic will do the nighttime, and I'm really happy with that, and I said multiple times through the day, the best thing that can happen is I do not cast today. I shouldn't be casting today. I shouldn't be on. And I will say it was really nice that people were like, when are you coming on? Blah, 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 blah. And it's chat all day and stuff. But I was like, I should not be casting today. I think it was Alex and someone else who were on. I was like, I shouldn't be casting today. And then the clock started ticking. And they had a really good pull. But it didn't get there. But we were saying they do need more experience in this phase. They probably need to hit it, like, 3 or 4 more times. And they'll be cozy and relaxed in that phase. It's not that hard. You move around. You move out with some stars. But, it's hard, but it's not, like, the end of the world hard. They need a couple more times. They're now overkilling Lura in phase 3 so much that she's not even casting Dark Wave anymore. Like, they're killing it before. They've got so much damage. But FTM had to re-roll. So he's got to relearn a little bit with Disc, but he's a phenomenal player, so it should be fine. So we're making all these sort of justifications in our heads. So, yeah, 2 p.m.-ish. 2 p.m.-ish sounds pretty good. 2 p.m. comes. It's not dead. 3 p.m. comes. It's not dead. And then the conversation started to shift a little bit. And it was before dinner, which was pushed back, which was like 5. And then the conversation changes again as people start going, well, when is Liquid waking up? And I'm like, oh no. We're having this conversation. We should not be having this conversation. When are Liquid waking up? When is that happening? Because if they wake up and see that it's not dead, they're going to come out like a fucking freight train, right? 100%. They're going to come out like a fucking freight train. And the players are going to know that. And it's going to be just the worst vibes ever. But we shouldn't get there, so it's not that big of a deal. And I was in the live chat. And then I find out we haven't rebooked the flights. That hasn't happened. Because we expected Lura to be dead. If Lura died by like 2 p.m., we could have a bit of a celebration. Sure, I can't like have a drink with the guys or anything because I've got to get up at like, shortly after. I've got to get up around 6 a.m. So no big party or anything, but it makes sense. It's very expensive to rebook all the flights and the hotels and whatever, right? It adds a lot of cost. I think to like reschedule the US players, so like Spen and Vin was like $2,700 like a person. So it's really expensive to add more hotels and more flights. So Grim decides we'll not rebook the hotels and the flights until it dies. And then we know what we're going to do, right? All right. Sounds good. 6 p.m. comes. I'm scheduled to start at 7 p.m. And I'm in the chat and I'm like, I'm going to have to cast. Which is really fucking sad. So sad. So sad. And so I get on with Medic. And me and Medic are having dinner. And we're discussing like how this is going to go. How we're going to do it. And blah, blah, blah. Like, because they still should kill it. Right? They still should kill it. So we're going through that. And the players start chipping in as well. Because we had Gub, Spen, Arxes, and Stove on site that weren't in the raid. So they're having dinner with us. And we're all throwing bits and pieces in of like, how should this go? They're breaking this losing streak after nearly 3 years. So me and Medic are all set, and we're about to go on cast. I put the fucking headset on, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, for the first time in a long time, I'm like, they're not going to win. I knew it. I fucking knew it, man. I was like, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. But I'm going to give it my all. 100%. I'm absolutely going to give it my all. And me and Medic had this conversation. It's like, we're going to give it our all. Because they can do it. They can absolutely do it. And we want them to do it. But in the back of my head, I was like, nope. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And so we get on. And we do a couple of hours. And they get... I can't remember what pulls they had when I was casting. I think it was the 16% and the 6%. Or 12% and 6%. Something like that. They got very, very fucking close. And I was like, all right. The momentum's building. Yeah, like 4%. Some stupidly low pull, right? And I was like, okay. That's the fire. That's what they need. That's it, right? They're there. They could do it. Now they can see it's killable. It's very killable because we were a little unsure on the DPS at first, but then Blizzard made a very quick hot fix. Like, the DPS was quite high that you needed in that last phase. And so now they knew it was killable. I was like, that's what they needed. They now know 100% it dies. All good. Let's just slam 3 of these pulls and it's dead, right? Easy game. It didn't come. Then I think a break gets called. I think it was a 6-minute break by Echo. They're going to go for a piss. They're going to grab some snacks. I think they put out some, like, little nibbles for the guys. So me and Medic, who obviously want to catch everything, we're like, right, we'll take our break at the same time. I walk out of the caster room. And the way the caster room works is behind the players. And it's at the other end away from the kitchen. So you go kitchen, caster hangout room, players, actual caster room. So me and Medic come out of there. And I see, and I knew what was about to happen. I look down the corridor. Every player is already out of their chair, and there is 20 people hanging out of the caster hangout room. And I'm like, Liquid have just fucking killed it. They hadn't. They were 10 seconds away from killing it. I walk down the corridor to go and have a pee, and then I just see all the players disperse with heads down. They just walk away. And I was like, it just died. It just fucking died. And then I hear it, you know, audibly. People are telling people who didn't see it, who were getting snacks or had been in the bathroom or whatever. It's like, it just died. It's over. It's done. And just sort of like going back to their chairs and shit. And I'm like, fuck, man. Fuck. So I turn around immediately. And start heading back. And Alex is shouting me. He's like, Mike, do you know? Mike, do you know? And I just gave him this thumbs up behind me as I closed the door. I'm like, yeah, we know. That's what I said to Medic. He's like, I'm not announcing it for the 4th fucking time, dude. I said, you can do this. He's like, I got this. It's fine. Get on. And I would tell you what was really interesting is like we're about to put our headsets on. We've closed the caster door, so we're silent to the players. And Medic just goes, bullshit! Like screams it so loud. Screams it so loud. It's like bullshit like this. And I'm like, I feel exactly the same, man. I feel exactly the same. So we're like, right, compose yourself, get back on. Cast goes on. And here's what I remember. Is the very next pull is Echo's 1%. And they enter phase 4. And we are giving it our fucking balls as casters. I think if you listen to that pull, we're giving it the fucking beans. And Medic's pushing me, and we're giving it our all. And they get into phase 4 all alive. And I look at Medic, because we're not on camera. I look at Medic, and I just shake my fucking head. And he's smiling. He's like, this is so stupid. If they kill it now, why? Why do this? Why fucking do this? So I'm just looking at him, and I'm like... yeah, it was like the 0.45% pull or something, and then they go into it and did it. But then they start chain pulling. And this is where I'm leading to the little circle here of how I might be missing some information. It's 12:20? It's like 20 past midnight. I haven't rebooked the flights. I'm leaving in like 5 hours. I'm leaving. And Echo keep pulling. Medic's like... in the same boat as me, because he's casting the LCS or whatever, the league thing, in a couple of days, and Medic hasn't been home in 6 weeks, because he was in Brazil casting for League of Legends. He flew from Brazil to us, and he hasn't seen his wife in 6 weeks, hasn't been home, and he's talking, and LEC, well, League of Legends thing, right? So... I did something I've never had to do before, and I felt really bad, but I think it's understandable. Is I key up to talk to production, so you guys can't hear me. And all I can think of saying is, like, I'm really not being an arsehole right now, but I have to leave in, like, 5 hours, and we haven't even packed. My stream is all set up and shit. I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to go. And Sam, thankfully, goes, throw to comms, and we'll have a chat about what we're going to do. I'm like, all right. Because what I would have preferred is that we got an extra day. I would have preferred that, so I could, you know, it's not nice to be like, oh, you lost, I'm out of here. Like, that's not what I wanted to be the impression, but the flights are the flights, and we've been up all day, and we've caned Red Bulls relentlessly, so I'm not exactly going to be able to get to sleep or anything, and I still need to, like, pack my shit up. I'm going to be another hour here before I can even get out of the building. So I was like, I'm not being an arse, but we need to get off the cast. So me and Medic got off. Medic's flight was before mine. He was gone before I woke up. So Medic's was at like 5 a.m. or something. And then we go into production, and they're like, no, it's totally fine. We understand. There's some people who are not flying out till the night time. I think every caster was obviously still there. So we'll go and have a chat with them. But you two are done. You're finished. All good. Go and sort yourselves out. So fair play to production for that, because it was our shift. But, I mean, it had gone longer than it was supposed to anyway. So we were like, all right. Cool. And I couldn't talk to the players because they were still pulling. I didn't get to say goodbye to Roger or anybody. I went to who I could. But I was like, I've got to go. I had to wipe the PC I was on, pack everything up, go and get the Quare off the set. You know, I was wandering around grabbing stuff. And then the disc plates came out. And people wanted them all signing, including the players. And I'm like, this is going to take like another hour. And I was like, all right, look, this is the way we're doing this because I absolutely want to do this for sure. But get it all sorted. I'm going to go and pack up my PC and wipe it and do all that shit. I'm going to pack all that up. Then I'll come back and we'll sign everything as fast as possible to get out of here. And maybe it's dead by then. You know, that hopium was still there. Maybe it's dead by then. And we'll get to say goodbye to the players. But that did not happen, as you well know. That didn't happen. So I came in. I signed as many displays as I could. And I was like, I've got to go. I just grabbed a bin bag. I just grabbed a fucking refuse bag, threw all my shit in it, and left like some orphan moving away, you know, with the stick and the bag on the back. I just grabbed all my shit, threw it in a bin bag. I was like, I've got to get the fuck out of here. It's gone like 1 a.m. I have to be in a cab in a few hours. So I just grabbed all my fucking shit and was like, I'm out. I've got to go. And they were like, see you later. You know, gave hugs to everybody I could and left the building. And I just sent Roger a message. I have a really funny message because we were unsure of the DPS in P4. And so I said to Roger on a break, I was like, dude, it looks like it dies at 10%. And for lore reasons, that kind of matches up. So I said, it might die at 10%. So we'll see. And I checked my phone and Roger's just messaged me at 9:30 p.m. And it just says, by the way, Mike, it was not 10%. So I just said, laughing my ass off when I got home. And then I text him, Roger, I've had to leave. The flight is in a few hours, and I really don't want to disturb you while you're still pulling. I'm really sad for you. Give my love to the team. The win is coming in the future. And then he texts back, thanks. Sorry I missed you. It's so crazy. We just had a 0.1% wipe, which I haven't seen. And I said, Jesus Christ, man, I'm so sorry. That was the last message I sent to Roger. Was that while I was laying in bed. I was laying fucking bed, and I'm like, yeah. Sorry, like that was nearly 1 a.m. in the morning. Like, I'm so fucking sorry, dude. I had to get out. And the 0.14%, yeah, I've not seen that either. I know I woke up, and when I checked the stream, they listed on the thing as 0.0%, something like that. And people were really confused as to why it said best pull 0.0% on the boss. So I did get to talk to the players. Ultimately, they killed it yesterday, did all that kind of stuff, but it was very late. I slept 2 hours total. So yesterday I slept a long time. I went to bed. He wanted that wipe. Yeah. I thought I missed the kill because of that. Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. But what do we think about this? I mean, where do we even start with this? I don't know. I don't know where we even start with this. I mean, the story of this race is disaster to amazing, right? What an unusual few weeks I've had being there. Just absolute calamity with the first week and the first 2 weeks of the race, to one of the most monumental, epic conclusions you could ask for. Like this was like Dimensius mixed with Sepulchre. It was like unreal. It was unreal. Scribe said for the single bosses, he doesn't think he'd do anything. He thinks Liquid would kill them before they even got up. No, we're not. I don't think anybody's expecting anything from the single one-off bosses. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Well, the thing is, I was talking to some of the big brains in the WoW scene, and they were like, this race would have been so much better if Illyria was also harder. And I disagree with that. Like, from my point, and I haven't been able to talk to Blizzard about it. Hopefully I can when next time I get to chat to them. But I don't think we get Beleren and Lura the way they were without Illyria being full bin. Like, if it wasn't for Illyria being absolute dog water, and Voidspire and Dream Rift being such dog water, we wouldn't have got what we got with March on Keldanas. So I think Serendipity worked out a bit there. They had 4 days to cook on those bosses. They had 4 days to really, without stress, because you think about the hotfixes they throw out like they did to Vanguard and Illyria, they've got to be pushed out within like 10 minutes, right? They just sort of slap some fucking shit on it to try and make it live a little bit longer, so this whole thing isn't done in fucking 5 hours. So they just slap a bunch of shit on it as quickly as possible. But with March on Keldanas, they really got to sit down and cook those bosses up to tune them like so well. Like so well. I think it helped. I assume Liquid did this as well, but they told Blizzard what gear level they were going to have going into March on Keldanas, which was like 279. So that helps, right? Like, we're gonna have 279 item level plus Vantus runes going into this fight. So if you don't tune it around that, like, we're just going to stomp it, and the whole thing's a wash. 8 dispels. Well, the other big conversation is the add-on thing. I said this in the first, like, while the fights were getting pushed over in the Voidspire week, is I'm pretty sure the encounter designers, this is a guess, obviously, the encounter designers were told to design those bosses with no add-ons, because that was the plan. Right? It's like, design these bosses with no add-ons. Because everything fits if you look at it being add-onless. That's what we're going to do. We're making this big add-on change. So when you design the bosses in the Voidspire and for these raids, like, bear in mind they're add-onless. And then very, very quickly, and at least the guilds were open with Blizzard, we have add-ons. Grim put this to me in the best way I think makes sense for people, is he had 4 ways of making a very complex add-on. Blizzard fixed 3 of them. Or broke 3 of them would be a better way. But there was another way of doing it. And so, from Blizzard's point of view, they've made these bosses add-onless. And then they clearly have add-ons. In which case, the buffs to Vanguard totally make sense. And the way Lura works totally makes sense. It's like, you have add-ons. We can't pretend you don't have add-ons. You do have add-ons. You absolutely fucking have these things. So we have to make changes to these bosses with that in mind. Otherwise, it doesn't work, right? So I have no idea, in my opinion. I have no idea what Lura, what Valoran, what looked like before, in their original state. Let's put it that way. In their original version. What did they look like? Probably dog shit, I imagine. Compared to what we actually got. I imagine they looked fucking dog shit. And then they had some days to cook on them. Yeah, I thought it was a little silly over the course of the race where people were like, how were you supposed to do this without add-ons? You weren't. Like, sanity check it. How would this mechanic work without add-ons? It doesn't work without add-ons. They changed it because they did have add-ons, right? Does that make sense to you? That was my perspective on it, is like, they changed the fights because these motherfuckers do have add-ons. Like, for all we know, Lura showed the whole code to everybody. Or those 5 casts were, like, twice as long. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could use snake priority and all these other things. But I feel very confident that those bosses were changed later with add-ons being in fucking thing. WeakOrs didn't die for nothing. They now know where the leaks are, right? The best way I could describe it is Blizzard put in a new piping system, and then the Race to World First guilds pushed fucking water through it, and leaks were found. There's a leak here, there's a leak there, there's a leak there, and I think they're going to be more modifying things in the future. They did have to do more stuff. I think that's what's going on. Time will tell on that, but the Race to World First guilds were like, we pay entire tech teams to figure out how to get around your shit, Blizzard, and we found all these ways of getting around your shit. We found all these fucking ways of getting around your shit. And this works, by the way, this totally works, this works. We could do this, and that. Some of them I didn't mind. I think people overreacted to certain ones. Because that's how it's done in other games that do play add-onless. It's just presented in a nicer way. Like using macros, it's no different. And using macros to display things to the raid chat or whatever is very normal in games that don't use plugins. Very, very normal. As long as it's not obnoxious private aura shit, that's fine. The guild tech team should be hired by Blizzard. I mean, Blizzard gets the info for free. Right? And often, it's kind of like it's an arms race, right? These leaks aren't found until you challenge these people to find the leaks. They don't go off, it just doesn't work. So yeah, that was the thing. Did I create a new arms race? It creates more ways of finding where the holes are so Blizzard can land in the right place. So it'd be interesting to see what the next tier is and how that works. Otherwise, this is for nothing, and I don't think Blizzard wants this to be for nothing. I don't think they want that. They want to be able to cook up bosses that make a lot of sense. So yeah, the add-on thing was a disaster as expected. I think it's fair to say. Some things didn't work still. Like, some things were completely bought. And other things that the guilds could do, Blizzard flat out just told them, you can't do that or we will basically fucking ban you. Even though we know you can do it, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, like, there's a Race to World First Discord, right, where Blizzard can communicate with the guilds when necessary. They often don't reply. But when it came to add-ons, they were constantly firing questions at Blizzard to say, hey, to let you know, we found a way to do X. And Blizzard were either like, we don't like that you're doing this, but we're not going to stop you. Or, do not do that. That is definitely very much against our fucking intention here. Like, do not do that. Even though you can do that, do not do that. It's kind of like the glaive hotfix, right? Where the guilds start... I'm not sure what Liquid did. Apparently, they tried some shit too. But we watched Echo pull Lura into the Dark Well, and then they were fucking shimming her into posts to make the glaives fucking not work, right? Trying to get the glaives to go either spawn away from them or fuck the glaives up in some way. Blizzard was like, stop. Stop. No. No, we don't mind you trying to find cool angles for the glaives, but if you fuck the glaives up, then yeah, we're not okay with that, dude. Like, don't do that. Especially when the MDI brains start kicking in. It's like, what if we snap this glaive to like Belleren's room? What happens then? What happens then? What if we do this? What if that completely stacks them on top of each other? So it's basically one glaive instead of 6 every time they spawn. What if we do that? Like, all these ideas were like flying around. Blizzard was like, stop. No. You have to play them. That's part of the fight. It's clever use of game mechanics, unless Blizzard says, no, it's not. Ain't no way. I mean, I don't know if you saw, I don't know if I can pull this up, but Blizzard had us on in the cafeteria. Like, they were all dialed in. Can you imagine? I really wish we would have got the tweet of when the secret phase was discovered. I wanted a picture of all the encounter devs and whoever sat around a table like they were watching the fucking World Cup with a bunch of beers, some nachos, all just going, way, there it is. There it is, dude. There it is. Yeah, because they had to think that. How insane do you think the nerfs to Belleren and Allure will be? I suspect, Noro, they're just going to do what they did with Vanguard and just rewind them back to their original design. Because the Race to World First guilds do have add-ons and shit. But the rest of the player base doesn't have access to that because they were very custom made for each guild. So I assume they're just going to hit the rewind button, like exactly like they did on Vanguard, and just roll them back to their original design. So maybe we will see what the original design intention for Lura and Belleren was. That would be cool. They've listed the nerfs. Oh, I'd love to see that. I've not seen this, but I imagine there's a look on my face like, I wonder if I even remotely managed to conceal this of what was happening in my headphones.
Thank you. We have just had confirmation.
Oh, this is after I found out. Yeah, you see me reach the hand over? Yeah, that's when I reached the hand over. Yeah, that's when I found out. I'm not paying attention to any of them. I am just like, motherfucker. Like, you can just see it on my face, dude. I'm like, fuck. And because all my emotion is also going through my head, like, it's actually happened that I have been begging them to do for fucking years and dreaming of in my mind of having like this epic boss not go down. And that's me finding out there. You can see Medic and Alex locked into a conversation and I am receiving the information there's a fucking secret phase. God damn it, dude. God damn it.
Speed run through these because we do.
The eyes flickering, man. I am processing as much as I fucking can. I am processing this information.
Over 25,780 children helped support by all of you at home. It is an incredible thing that you've all done across the course of the last 3 weeks.
Yep, so I'm going to speed run through these because we do have quite a few. We have a $10 donation from Anonymous with no message. We have also got $100 coming in from Sven and Rose, who says, have our contribution.
I'm thinking here, like, how do I present this information? And that's what's going through my head right now is, how do I present this? I needed a few seconds to process it, and then I'm like, okay, how am I going to deliver this in a decent way? Yeah, there's pain on that face, man. There's pain and fucking suffering on that face.
Towards this wonderful cause. What a great, peculiar, though, race this is. Superb cast and production as always go.
This is the only way I could think of doing it. Okay, that looks a bit sus. Let's not do it that way.
I need you to stop.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the donation. Incredible. Thank you. We have just had confirmation.
You could see, yeah, I think he told me first, then he tells you, Medic. It was just so bad.
That there is a mythic phase.
No.
The production has just told us there is a mythic phase, fully confirmed. There is a mythic phase. Our production is telling us they watched it, which I assume means that Liquid got in.
Oh, this is also the point where we realize we're not going home. We're not going home. We're not going home. No, they didn't tell Alex. So if somebody is chatting and you don't need to tell them, you don't talk to them, right? Production can talk to each of us individually. So there's no point. If Alex is yapping and you need to send information to someone else, you don't have to. But it can work either way. Sometimes they'll talk to you while you're talking, and sometimes not. The moment you realize you're getting divorced, yeah, my wife's leaving.
To the mythic phase, and now there is a big decision to be made.
Do you want a fun side story? We'll come back to the race in a second. After this, me and Al, we took a break because it was already 20 to 1 in the morning, right? Go to bed. There's a secret phase. We haven't killed phase 3. We've been playing for 17 hours at this point. I think this was 17 hours in. I shouldn't have been on the couch here, by the way. I had only been on 20 minutes. I actually went for food because we've been doing this 0.45% bullshit all day, and everybody was in the caster room. And so I just, I said, I'm going for a run. This is stressing me out. I'm going for a run. So I went for a run, and this was kebab day. And I didn't even look at them. I was like, I am not eating kebab. Like, no thanks. I'm not having a kebab. So I went for a run, and then I was like, where am I going to get food? Because it was bank holiday in Germany. So I said, I thought I'll just go to the hotel, have something there, and have a beer. Fun story about that. A girl, we're not sure if she wanted a 3-way or whether she was just flirting. I'll come back to that. So I was on my own in the hotel bar. I had a salami pizza and a beer, and I had it on my headphones, and I just had my phone on the table, and I was just sat in the fucking bar watching the race on my own, just having something to eat and having a beer. But I was there for about 2 hours, and I had 2 beers in that time. And then this thing with this lady happened, so I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here and going back to the venue. So I went back to the venue, and the whole place was rammed because this was before we found this out, right? This is like maybe an hour before this. And we were waiting for the kill. 0.45% for Echo, 1.97 for Liquid. Any pull now is the end of this race. Super, like, and it'd been like this all fucking day. So I came and started production with Sam. And then these guys took a break, and they'd been casting, I think, for 7 hours. I think they started at 5 or something like that, 5 in the afternoon. So these two had been on here for 7 hours, and they came out, and they were like, we're burning the fuck out a little bit. We're burning out a little bit. So can you replace it? I said, I've had a couple of beers. I shouldn't go on the couch. And Medic was like, yeah, you're not going on the couch. I've had a couple of beers. I shouldn't be on the couch. And then they went to chat with someone else, and they said, right, we'll give it another hour, and then we'll throw to comms or something like that, because it's going to be, it's going to be nearly 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. And then I was like, well, I'm not drunk. I had 2 beers over the case of 2 hours, and I had food with it, so I'm not drunk. So I just said, do you want me to come in and be a third wheel, but I want you two to cast the kill? The last thing you want to do is take the kill off the people who've been, waiting for it and do it on their shift. So I said, I'll come in, I'll talk shit like I usually do, but if it looks like a kill, I'll just shut the fuck up, and it's your two's show, right? That was the plan. That was the plan. I said, I'll come in so you guys can rest. I'll yap. You two can chill the fuck out. and then come back in really when it's kill time, and then I'll shut the fuck up. So, because I was like, I'm not stealing your moment. I'm certainly not going to come into the fucking couch at the kill at like 1 in the morning and be like, hey, I've showed up. Oh no, Echo's killing it. You two shut the fuck up. No. So I was like, all right, I don't want to do that. So I'll come and sit and yap for a bit. And this is how this went down. There's a massive it's Jova for the kill spam and you got on the couch. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, don't snake the kill. That is a big caster etiquette no. Don't snake the kill. Don't be that guy. So I was like, I'll just do filler and then you two rock and roll when we do it. So I wasn't even supposed to fucking be here.
This is actually genuinely a moment. It was a running around. It's always the meme that there's a mythic phase. And it actually,
yeah, the mythic phase itself. We did know some stuff. We did know some stuff, but the fight was so fucking hard. There was no way there was a secret phase. And it had been dismissed like a week and a half ago as a thing. It had been entirely dismissed like a week and a half ago that there was a secret phase because the fight was already so fucking hard that there was no way. We knew the spell reintegration. What does reintegration sound like when you're dealing with 2 bosses at the same time? Right? We knew the spell reintegration and we knew some stuff about healing that existed, similar to the jailer. But I did talk about this in the cast. There's always bullshit spells when it comes that they get data mined at the race world first. Always. Always a bunch of bullshit spells that you try and like map out in your head. Does that sound like a secret phase, or does that just sound like something Blizzard was trying when designing the boss and is not going to be used, but it still exists in the code somewhere, right? So you dismiss it based on that. Sometimes it looks like there's a full phase, sometimes it doesn't, but generally you could judge off the length but the length of the fight was very short, so but no, absolutely nobody thought there was a secret phase, at least on the Echo side. There no way. Thank God there was, kind of. It was cheat death for Echo. This was a cheat death proc. Liquid won. Yeah, Liquid won the race. But a total cheat death proc for them. Did I see Gingy's rage? Did he rage? No, I haven't seen it. Our boy raged. When did he rage? Because he was, he kept his cool longer than I would have. To be honest. I'm a bit of a rager myself. The fragile cheater. Yeah, that's what every Gingy hater likes. The fragile cheater. I'm sure that was food for the Gingy haters. Nom 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 nom. Yes. Max said they knew it was possible on the back of their head does data mining, but assumed how hard it wasn't. Yeah, I think both guilds were in the same boat. Like it was the fight was so fucking hard. It was short, but like Sarkareth was short as well. Like it was so fucking short and so hard. It was just so hard. There was no way that you really thought there was a secret phase. It had been very quickly dismissed earlier. I think by Beleren, it had been dismissed. Once Beleren was like tuned to tits. Was this the best race to world first for me? No, it was up there though. I still think Dimensius was better. Oh, there's a clip. Yeah, I still think Dimensius was better as an overall package. I think if we could dismiss week 1 and 2. I don't know what Mike did. What did he do?
No. Bro, you shot us.
No, what happened? Someone shoot them? No, dude. What's the context? I mean, obviously it's a low % white, but what happened?
And stop.
It's up.
Going back.
Oh no, this is cringe. They're at 12% all alive, and they still have loads of time left.
Front. Back.
Everything.
Immuning darkness and
Oh no! Who was it?
in 1.
Star 2.
It's up.
Going back.
FTM 1.
Front.
Verb! You played so well, dude! Verb, no, bro! Verb, no. This shit, dude. I'm not some sort of super Gingy defender. He's my friend, but most valid fucking rage reaction ever, actually. Like this, I would have done way more. I'm just telling you now, I would have lost my fucking mind. Oh, Jesus. This is complete. Oh, my fucking God, dude. Oh, that's so sad.
You shot us.
Phase,
to play.
fine. Gating.
He actually kept it up. Keep playing. He tried to lock him in. Gingy did a lot of heavy lifting this raid in keeping the team together. I've been impressed by Mike. He did a lot of fucking work. He had to do some crazy plays to keep Scripe with a good POV. He did some really extra shit. He did so much extra shit so Scripe could see things. I know Gingy haters will hate anything he does, and if he dies 1 out of fucking 40 pulls, he'll be the shittest player of all time. But from what I saw, he did a lot of fucking work.
In 2, 1, gate.
They lie for a bit.
Even then, he's keeping it down.
Come on, Chief.
Oh, just teeth.
Come on, Chief.
This is horrible.
Go, Trin, keep running.
Oh my God.
Running.
Dude, I would have smashed everything.
Oh,
no.
Bro, you shot us.
I would have lost my fucking mind. I really would. Liquid, yeah, Liquid were incredible. I know. For me, I think what needs to happen, and I would like to see, is the roster not to change so much within Echo between now and less to. If I say, like, guess what Liquid's major fucking strength is right now, is that roster has barely changed in a long time. What an absolutely rock solid team they've got. It's like 1 or 2 player changes per tier. You could go back to almost N'Zoth and see mostly the same names are still in that team. Like, their cohesion as a fucking unit is very hard to fucking beat. They've got so many players in every pull who have world first fucking kills under their belts. Like, let's have a look. Let's do a little check here. Let's do a little sanity check in case I'm being full of shit. Teef has never had a world first. Swag has. So let's just do who hasn't. Teef hasn't. Maystine? Maystine was in Farak, I think. Charmy hasn't, I don't think. FTM hasn't. Karash hasn't. Verb hasn't. Wexy hasn't. Shamili hasn't. Sari must have picked one up in Liquid, but that's, what, 7 players? It's nearly 50% of the roster has never, of that team, has never overcome that pressure obstacle to get the world first. And how many trials were in here? How many first time actually with Echo players were here? Teef played last tier. Maystine. Charmy? I don't think Charmy did. FTM hasn't. Verb didn't. Oh, there was Verb there at Demencius. I think he might have been in the team, but not in the team. Not in the kill squad. Heleni, I think, was the most impressive person I saw in the Echo roster. Heleni played exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. Heleni, I think, was the absolute standout for me in terms of new trials. Seconded by FTM. FTM is a fucking giga gamer and does not like compliments, which I found out after complimenting him, and he literally walked out of the room. He's like, I don't know, man, I'm just playing the game. I don't know. That's what he said to me. He's like, I don't know, dude, I'm just playing the game. I'm like, all right. It's fucking what? I was like, dude, you have been on fucking form. Like, first tier with Echo. Also has to re-roll on arguably the hardest fight they've ever made. I'm not sure how others feel about that, but this shit was crazy hard. And he was in the kitchen. I was talking to her, and I was obviously trying to, like, motivate the team a little bit, you know, because things weren't great. And I'm like, you've been fucking stand out, dude. He was like, I don't know, I'm just playing the game. And I was like, no, you've been really, really good. He's like, okay. And just walked off. I was like, all right. Doesn't like compliments. But Heleni played multiple roles. I was stand out in all of them. Hunter, Org, I think even Dev at one point played all sorts of stuff and was exceptional in all roles. So Heleni was great. Scribe said they're doing some roster changes. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't talk to the guys. It looked like Panic to me. I don't know what your guys' vibe was watching. It looked like Panic. I did get the feeling for a few hours at one point that they were just waiting for Liquid to win, despite the fact they were right there. There was no... It wasn't like N'Zoth. Was the last time I felt that way was N'Zoth, where in that room, they were just waiting for Liquid to win, Limit at the time. But at that point, it made sense, because they, as the Method team, they were so far behind Limit's progress that it did make sense. They were going to lose. Like, that was locked in. They were going to lose, and you were just waiting for it to happen. That wasn't the case this time. It was there for the taking. It really was. As hard as this fight was, and it was unimaginably hard, it was theirs for the grabbing this time. Twice. Twice? Gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. It was there twice. Like here.
This fight did kind of...
This is pre-secret phase. Echo was ahead. 0.45% and ahead for a long time. A long fucking time. It was there. And then the same again with the secret phase. They were way ahead. Like I said, Liquid going to bed. I wonder if Liquid felt that way the both times. I need to talk to the Ratnos. I need to talk to Dratty Boy. Because I do wonder if when Liquid had to go to bed at a 19% in phase 3, they had to believe that Echo was going to kill it then. And certainly the secret phase, when they went to bed, they had to believe that Echo was going to kill it. Max said they thought they were going to lose twice. 100%. Yeah, I could totally see that. I can absolutely see that. As 2 times Liquid went to bed feeling they were definitely going to lose and then woke up to be like, nope, not happening. Yeah, not happening. Yeah, wild. Absolutely wild. What's the wife left stuff? Just because I've been gone for so long. My wife's fine. I took them for dinner last night. My family's fine. It's just a little meme because I've been gone forever. Oh, Medic's got the same thing I've got. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that because it's gross. It's gross. Echo did have advantage. They did. Tough times on both of the teams, though, calling to go to bed. That is a rough fucking decision. No, we both got... in fact, I don't think it's just me and Medic. I think a few of us have got rashes. Like, I thought it was the air conditioning drying out my skin. There's weird air conditioning in the buildings, and you're in it all day. And I noticed that, like, my legs got... You might have seen on the cast, I was constantly scratching my legs. Because they were really, really dry and got itchy. And then a rash appeared on my arm, and it's still there. And then I got it on the other arm. And then when I was coming into cast yesterday, I noticed that dry skin was all over my face. I almost was like, I tried to get some moisturizer, but everything's closed in Germany all the fucking time because nobody does any work. So I couldn't get any, and I was really worried on cast I'd literally look like a zombie, and people are going to be like, why is your face falling off? But Emma suspects it was bedbugs. But she also suspects death every time somebody's got a sneeze, so... Yeah, gross. I know. So, I've well moisturized this morning in the gym. I went to the gym this morning and, like, re-cleansed. So, we do have bite bumps, Madrox, yeah. I thought they were spots, like acne spots, but why would I have acne spots on my arms? It's weird, right? So, I don't know. But we're back here. I mean, it's like a hostel hotel. Well, yeah. Gross body stuff. Yeah. Could be scabies. I don't think I've got the scabies. I think I'm all right. Yeah, Emma's nuking all my clothes. Emma is super nuking my clothes today. She is giving it hard. She's giving it hard. She's going to destroy everything. So it's all good. Yeah, Emma's going in and burning it with fire. This fucking wipe is horrendous, though. Yeah, we actually suspected that the hotel uses like some really industrial mega cleaner. I haven't seen Liquid getting the secret phase. I obviously researched the secret phase for casting, but I didn't watch the moment. Hope they don't mind me having a quick look.
Let's fucking go.
Please.
Come on.
Yes! Wait!
No. This cannot be. Come on. Secret phase! No!
Hit it. Just hit it.
Stun? Maybe? 1 billion.
Wait.
New fight.
Wait.
Do we get res or something? Raden. Live.
Care for the animals.
Watch the animals.
Doggies!
Not moving it.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Okay.
Someone read the extraction. I can't read it.
Relax.
I mouse
Heaven in
over
hell,
in
we
my
live.
pod at some point.
Can you come here, Chungus?
Can you come here, Chungus? Can you come here, Chungus? Can you come here, Chungus? Yeah, dude. This cannot be. Yeah, THD is such a fucking legend. I have seen the praise from THD. Go a bit back. Hold on. Might not be in this clip. Let's go here. What, 2 as they were burning, you mean? The actual burn?
New fight, new fight.
Wait.
Cannot.
Circle. T.
Just me.
And triangle.
Just me, guys.
Rezyargi now. Rezyargi now.
Soak.
Soak.
In a sec.
Yo, fuck these constellations, by the way. Fuck those constellations.
Press 3, 2, press.
Some of them are so annoying.
In 3, 2, 1, now.
Let's fucking go.
Please.
Come on.
Yes! Wait!
No. This cannot be. Come on.
God, years I've waited for something like this.
Hit it. Just hit it.
Baby. 1 billion.
Wait.
New fight.
How good is this for WoW?
Do we get res or something? Raw den. Live.
Care for the animals.
Watch the animals.
Hit the boss.
Not moving it.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is this?
Well, they can't do this. This is brilliant for WoW. This is like, I think of anything from the race. This is so good for WoW because this spread like fucking wildfire. They can't do it for a while. They're gonna have to fucking wait, man. They're gonna have to wait a long time before they do this again and find even better ways of hiding it. Because at this point, if they find any spell at all, they're going to assume there's a secret phase. They need another even better way of hiding it. But it needs to... this is so good, and we can't see this again for probably 2 expansions or some shit. Like, it can't happen again.
Press 3, 2, press.
Everything, immunities.
Immunities in 3, 2, 1, now.
Let's fucking go.
Please.
Come on.
Yes! Wait!
No. This cannot be. Come on.
Let's fucking go.
Please.
He left the PC! What a bro! He's out of there! He actually just got up and fucking peaced out? Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. He actually just up and fucking left. Oh my god. The boys fired up!
This cannot be.
Wait, what? That is glorious.
This
Didn't even have the headset on. He notices everybody else is still gaming. That's really funny because he hasn't even got the headset on to hear them talking. He's like, "What? Wait, what the fuck?"
This cannot be. Come on.
Let's fucking go.
This cannot be.
He's got 8 monitors. It looks like Shakib, but I don't know. It's hard to tell from that angle, but it looks like Shakib.
This cannot be. Secret phase. No.
There's just no way.
There's just no way, dude. Did Hopeful tell him? Is Hopeful saying there's another phase? Hopeful says something to him. I think it's Hopeful telling Fired Up, you need to sit the fuck down. Hopeful stayed the course. THD, the unflinching maniac that he is. Look at him. Look at it. Unflinched, unfettered, just unflappable. Went nowhere. Looking for the loot, probably. Yeah, just unstoppable. Just no.
There's just no way.
He didn't budge. Arms never left keyboard or mouse. Gaming. Still gaming. Who's that? Is that Scott? I don't know who that is. It's fucking cheering over there. Somebody else is up. No, it's not. I've never met Lip. That's funny. That is really funny. Yeah! there. Nope. Oh my god, that's getting locked the fuck in. That's like 2 frames. That is how you lock in as a world first raider. That is the lock in. Happiness. Gaming. Oh, I can't go back to the right amount. Fuck. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my god! What happens? Let's go! What is going on?
Oh no, Scott Despair. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Did they win? What happened?
Do you notice how quickly they start cooking? When they see something new? Isn't it cool? I think it's really cool. You see it on all raiders, how quickly they start like scanning the environment and start cooking immediately. It's immediate. You start cooking, read details, read tooltips, read what the fuck is going on, analyze it. It's so fast.
Secret phase? Oh my god! What happens? Let's go!
Look at the eyes. Like, look at Scott's eyes. All over the screen, taking it all in as fast as humanly possible.
Did they win? What happened? What is happening? What do you fucking mean? Re-intermission! It's a bubble! It's a bubble! Where's the achievement? Wait, what happened? Oh my god! Wait, what happens?
I fucking hate Tells being happy. What a dickhead. Fuck you, Tells.
Let's go! What's going on? Did they win? What happened? No way! They're stunned. Look at this. Half the ring is stunned. Dark Archangel, they have a lantern set. They're gathering in it. What? What's happening? What happened? Look at your shaman from the well.
What is that? Sorry. Caster information. It's on that prompter. Is that a sequence of events? Interesting. Is that the run of show? Yeah? Yeah, I think so. Huh.
They're gathering in it. What's happening? What happened? Look at your shaman from the well. Your shamans are star splinters. What do we even see? Wait, what?
Just like us, Medic. We have it all written out. It's all labeled. it's all... It just reminds me that I would be so insurmountably bad in a genuine production environment. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Okay. Sure, I'll do that. Yeah, that is brilliant. That is like one of the best things that could happen to the Race to World First ever. I honestly think, even from a viewership standpoint, this made it so high. Because it was like, what, 300,000+? It was like 170, 100, like 200,000 the day before. Then this moment happened, and then it was like 300,000 the following day. Like, absolutely fucking wild. Wild that we're there. Our production is the best for us, which is you come up with the thing. I can imagine Ian laughing his chat. I tweeted Ian, and I had to call it the Ian cannon that was coming down in the last phase. I was like, that is Ian's ion cannon. Like in my head, I absolutely pictured that when Illyria died, and I don't know how it went down, but Illyria died on like that first day, right? And I could just see in Anaheim, Ian walking up to like Morgan's door, who've got a history making some of the best bosses ever, and it was other people, but just going, it's time to get to work. And then they whipped out the calculators, and they were like, okay, it's time to get to work, and sat down, and they all knuckled down to come up with this fucking behemoth. Resurrected on Easter. Yeah, it did. The caster room POV. Wait, she had a camera on the caster room? What?
Là. Il y a un reste là.
Parlez-vous?
Ça pue. Les amis, ça pue, ils l'ont, je crois. Et ils ont dit yes parce que Firedup est mort. RJ est mort. Non, le boss est mort. Le boss est tellement dead. Ils l'ont. C'est fini. C'est fini. C'est fini, ils l'ont.
It's over.
Ah, ils l'ont, c'est sûr. Oh Ils l'ont eu. Attends, quoi? Attends, quoi? Hein? 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 Il y a une phase secrète? What? This secret phase, guys! What? 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 What the fuck? Oh! Oh! Oh!
What's so much worse is because the boys were in a pull at this point, they thought they'd lost the race because this is what they could hear from the caster room. Echo's currently in the middle of a pull and they can hear all this shit going on from the from these guys, and they thought they'd lost the race. Which they'd lost the race to phase 4. Yeah. They'd lost the race to phase 4, but they were like, oh, it's over, we've lost. Fuck, dude, fuck. And it's actually this going on. We watched a bit of the Max interview. Yeah. A little bit. I haven't got permission to watch Liquid stuff, so I don't want to abuse that privilege, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Well, I'll check anything out later if I have to. Max said he feels like they play better. He feels like they play better from behind. Chances of Liquid transferring to China for the 2-day late start advantage. Unlikely, but a bold move if so. Yeah. Do you think the tank swap from Liquid made a big difference compared to the harder healer switch Echo did? Probably about the same. Like, both of them knew that, done the fight many times. So, probably about the same. I think the Guardian gave more damage, but the Dispriest overall made it better to make it into Phase 4. Like, Phase 4 is to play smart, right? That's the play. That's the play. Play smart and you'll be okay anyway. Don't die.